Hello and welcome to the channel. Yo, it's your host, Sage D Samurai here, and welcome back to a new What If, and welcome back to those who have been watching my channel for a while. So guys, first of all, let me get it off my chest. I finally recovered from whatever sick thing I had. So yeah, if you guys don't know, like about 5 days ago, I made an announcement pretty much stating that I was sick. And after a while, after those 5 days had passed, I finally was able to recover. So pretty much my whole video schedule as well as my daily activities shall return back to how they usually were. So you guys better expect that I'm on a grind now. So yeah. Another thing is that I really am glad for those guys who stick by me, you know, even though I was sick and everything. So I thank you guys for your support. I mean, some people were even rewatching some of the old videos, to which I have to admit I was surprised, but you guys really are amazing. So I hope you all remember that, all right? You're an amazing person, and hopefully you guys will continue to be happy people throughout the rest of your lives. But besides that, guys, let's get started with this video, because I know some of you guys have been waiting for a while for me to post. So let's begin. What if Naruto had Gogeta's powers?
There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Alright guys, let's get started with this what if. So yeah, let's begin. So you see, we're gonna start off this what if with a little bit of a trip to the past. I mean, way before the graduation. In fact, it was the second semester for the academy, and this was Naruto's second year of being the dead last. Naruto had tried over and over again to try to gain strength, but sadly nothing seemed to be working out for him. He had challenged Sasuke Uchiha, the #1 student inside the class, over and over again, only to fail miserably. And this would cause Naruto to try again and again to get stronger, but it seemed like nothing was working. As we now change scenes to the current scene as we see. We see Iruka now putting up children against each other, as Naruto was currently right now sitting on the ground with a sad yet serious expression on his face. As Naruto was right now clenching his fist, this is when suddenly Iruka would then speak up about the next matchup, which would be Sasuke Uchiha. However, right before he even got a chance to say the other student, this is when Mizuki would then speak, which Naruto could hear the smug tone. And Naruto Uzumaki. Hearing this, the rest of the students begin to laugh at Naruto as they already expected him to lose. But Naruto did not even bat an eye as he gets up. No, this time he will win. At this, Naruto will walk onto the circle with full determination, while Sasuke just looks at him. Now this before the Uchiha massacre had occurred, but still, Sasuke was still a little bit emo. But whatever. As Sasuke sees Naruto, he would then give a arrogant smile, telling him that he should give up. That they have done this so many times that it's ridiculous that he's even trying. But Naruto, being the same stubborn person that he is, will then shout that he won't give up until he beats him, and that he'll become Hokage someday. Of course, hearing this, once again, a riot of laughter will fall through the students as they all begin to laugh at Naruto in his dream, while Sasuke just snorts at it. At this is when Mizuki would then be the referee, as he then says begin. As of course, seeing this, Sasuke would get into the infamous personal Chijutsu style of the Uchiha. However, it's still incomplete considering the fact he's still young, but still he does it. While Naruto gets into his, well, I wouldn't say accurate version of the academy style. I would in fact say that he gets into a combat stance of someone like a brawler. So of course, seeing this, Naruto without a second thought would then rush at Sasuke with the war cry, as he then throws a punch at the Uchiha, only for Sasuke to literally fall down to the ground and sweep kick Naruto, causing him to actually lose his balance and fall into the ground. Seeing this opportunity, Sasuke would then of course instantly get back up, as he would then punch Naruto directly in the face. This would send the Uzumaki flying, as Iruka would call out to Naruto and worry, while everyone else was just laughing. At this, Naruto would of course be able to recover instantly due to the fact that, you know, it takes a lot more than take down an Uzumaki, as he will rush at Sasuke again, attempting to hit him. This will go on for a couple of minutes, but Sasuke was easily avoiding, dodging, ended up tripping up Naruto and hitting him. It got so bad to the point where Sasuke actually begins to shout at Naruto, telling him to give up, that it was pointless. Now, of course, while this is happening, Mizuki was, of course, ignoring all the wrong calls here, as by the time that the student draw blood, they were instantly supposed to stop the match, but Mizuki did not follow the rules. He was enjoying the so-called fox brat suffering. Naruto would of course get back up as he then once again yells that he won't give up as he rushes at Sasuke, only for the boy to trip him up again. At this, Naruto looks at the ground. He realizes he's gonna fall head first as he also sees Sasuke's fist about to ram right into his gut. As for Naruto, it seemed like time suddenly just stopped right then and there. As Naruto would see the fist actually moving towards him in slow motion. Everything was in slow motion as Naruto was currently taking in everything. The laughter of all the children who he wanted to be friends with. Mizuki's sick and smug grin as he saw it. Iruka's worried expression, and most of all Sasuke's arrogant look as he was about to punch him. At this, Naruto would then get angry as he then says, "Is this it? Am I really that weak?" At this, Naruto would then remember all the times he would say he would become Hokage, but each and every time people would laugh at him in his dream. Then he would then be put up against Sasuke only to lose over and over. At this, Naruto would again begin to feel something swell up inside of him. As this when Naruto then says, "No way, I'm not out yet." As we now return back to the current scene, Sasuke's fist was about to ram into Naruto's gut, until suddenly Naruto would then seemingly disappear. What? At this, everyone was in shock, including Iruka and Mizuki, as the boy was just there until he just boom, he just vanished. However, this is when suddenly one of the students would then call out, saying to look behind him. At this, Sasuke as well as everyone else would then turn to the person behind Sasuke, only to see Naruto there. However, something was off about him. Naruto seemed to get bulkier, as you could actually see some of his underdeveloped muscles getting a much more firmer look. At this, everyone was looking at Naruto surprised. At this, Mizuki was currently glaring at Naruto as he just thought that the fox brat had, a couple of tricks up his sleeves, but he won't be able enough to beat the so-called Uchiha. At this, Sasuke would snap out of his shock as he would then rush over to Naruto, once again planning to hit him, only for Naruto this time to actually see the attack coming. However, unlike most of the times when he was fighting Sasuke, this time it was slower. It was almost as if it was nothing. At this scene, Naruto would easily avoid the fist, which is as slow as a sloth, as Naruto would see an opening directly towards Sasuke's stomach. Seeing this opportunity, Naruto actually gets into a stance which appears in his mind as he delivers a powerful gut punch to Sasuke, as this is where we actually now turn to the current scene, as Sasuke would then be sent flying out of the arena and slam against a tree that was actually nearby. At this, everyone was in shock. No one even saw it. Not even the Chunin could see it. But all they saw was Sasuke rushing to attack Naruto, and in the next minute they saw Sasuke get sent flying. At this, everyone was confused until Iruka, who actually connected the dots as he would see Naruto's fist out, would then shout that Naruto Uzumaki was the winner. This would surprise everyone, as everyone would then let out a "what?" Of course, seeing this, Naruto would then look around at the reactions, as right now even Naruto was surprised at his won, but right now he didn't care about that. He won. He really won. So with that, Naruto actually begins to jump for joy, maybe do a little bit of a victory dance, as he then turns the attention of his so-called adoring crowd, only to be met with the glares of Sasuke's fangirls, as well as everyone else just looking at him with just a look of shock. At this is when suddenly students begin to whisper saying "no way," or saying that the dead last could never beat the Uchiha prodigy. As the fangirls actually begin to glare at Naruto, they actually rush over to him, as Naruto was so confused. He actually asked why, he just won. But this is when suddenly Sakura, the girl that he had a crush on, would then speak. "There's no way you could beat Sasuke." At this, Naruto would be a little bit heartbroken, as already at this point in time Naruto had that crush on Sakura. But sadly it was too late, as suddenly Naruto would then be bombarded by all the fangirls, as he would then be pummeled into the ground. At this, Iruka sooner or later actually snuck out of it, as he actually broke up the girls and Naruto, as he sees Naruto now on the ground. However, unlike normal times where Naruto would have of course a couple of lumps on his head and get back up, this time Naruto was actually having a hollow look on his face. He couldn't believe it. He beat Sasuke, and this is what he got? Everything. At this, Naruto would get angry as he then glares down. "I literally beat their prodigy, and they still couldn't accept that? Why is it so damn hard to accept the fact that I can actually do something? Why is it so damn hard to acknowledge me?" At this, suddenly Iruka, who was walking close to Naruto, who was holding his hand out for Naruto to grab it so that way he can get back up, Naruto would then slap Iruka's hand away. Get off me! At this, Iruka was surprised by the action and also slightly hurt by it as he feels his hand feel stung, but mostly he feels hurt due to his emotions. As this when he would then see Naruto, who was now glaring at Iruka. However, there was a slight difference. Naruto's eyes, they were flipping between blue and red. As Iruka would then say, Naruto! At this, Naruto would then look around as he sees the rest of the students, just each one of them looking at him with the look that just purely says, like, with disgust. As this when suddenly Naruto could hear the whispers. Oh my god, you saw that? Yeah, Iruka sensei was being kind to him. What a damn brat, my mom was right. He is a demon. Hearing these words, Naruto would of course be angry, as he then gets up. Fine, screw all of you. As he then begins to run away, Iruka would try to call out to Naruto, only for the boy to ignore him, as he then jumps away out into the forest, trying to be alone. At this, we're now gonna change our appearance back to Naruto, who currently right now is in the forest. Naruto is currently sitting down as he looks down at himself. Why? Why was it so damn hard to accept him? Naruto had done the very thing that he had dreamed about. He had beat Sasuke Uchiha. And now, instead of getting filled with praises and compliments, he was filled with looks of disgust and hateful words. And this was something that Naruto never expected. At this, Naruto would then begin to chuckle, a hollow one, as he then says, huh, never expected. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot, Naruto would think. As he would then actually look down, Naruto would remember it. Even before he became the prankster that he was today, people began to look down on him for no reason. They would literally send hateful words to him. They wouldn't even sell him proper products. The worst one of all though was that they ignored his own existence. They treated him as if he was never there in the first place. Only a few people even acknowledged him. At this, Naruto will once again grit his teeth as he would then punch a tree, only for the tree to completely get destroyed. Wait, what? At this, Naruto would then turn towards the tree as he sees that he literally fell over with only one of his punches. Wait, how the heck did I... At this, Naruto would then look down at his hand as he didn't realize it. During the whole, emotional phase, he never really paid attention to the sudden boost of strength. At this, Naruto would then suddenly get back up as he would try once again to feel it. As now that Naruto's, mind is cleared and everything, he begins to feel almost an energy around him. He feels strength like no other just beginning to roam around him, and it feels weird, yet powerful. At this, Naruto would then look at the destroyed tree as he decides that he wants to test out something. So seeing this opportunity, Naruto will walk over to the tree as he would then grab it with only one hand. At this, Naruto begins to lift up his hand only for the tree to be carried by Naruto in only one hand. This would surprise Naruto as he actually was able to literally lift up a tree with one hand. Now this is kid Naruto still, so yeah, like this, he's still in the academy. So, and kids at his age are not supposed to have strength like this, but he was still able to do it. At this, Naruto was surprised at this as he would then suddenly throw the tree away like a ball as he would see it get slammed against other trees. At this, Naruto would then smirk. This is awesome. As Naruto decides that he's gonna go for a little bit of a run, as this is when suddenly Naruto would then unknowingly put energy into his legs, which causes him to then burst off in such amazing speed, way above something a child his age is capable of. As Naruto would be slammed into actually 3 trees head first. Now look, if you were a normal kid, yes, that could possibly end someone like that. But this is Naruto, okay? And even though he's Kid Naruto, he's still got the Nine-Tails Fox, regeneration. Plus he's an Uzumaki. So I think you're gonna have to do more than just slamming his head into trees just to end him right there. Although it did do a little bit of damage. As Naruto would suddenly get back up, he would then look around. Ow! As he would then see that he had destroyed 3 trees by running into them. What the? At this, Naruto would then feel the energy around his legs as he would then begin to realize it's all over his body now. At this, Naruto would then look down at his hands as he would once again actually feel that power. However, this is when Naruto would actually wonder if he was able to turn it off, just to turn it down. As Naruto would then close his eyes, this would be the very first time that Naruto would actually be able to sit down without moving, as he would then begin to actually meditate for the very first time in his life. As he would then begin to breathe in and out, he would feel the power slowly but surely getting faded away. As after a while of meditating, Naruto would finally feel the power leave him, as he would finally sigh. Jeez, thank gosh for that. I don't want, at this is when suddenly Naruto would then fall unconscious right then and there. Alright, so we're now going to do a time skip. It was now nighttime in Konoha, as you see Naruto now currently waking up, as he was still in the same spot that he was there. What the? At this, Naruto would look around as he still sees the destroyed trees, as he then realized that he had actually fell unconscious. But why? At this, Naruto would then actually begin to notice the soreness that was around his body, as he would then groan in pain. My body is sore, he would say. At this, Naruto would then also feel the hunger in his stomach, as he realized he has not eaten Ichiraku ramen all day. At this, hearing this, Naruto begins to panic. It was nighttime, so that means Ichiraku ramen was closed. At this, Naruto would sooner or later begin to break down. As we already know, that night, Naruto was in a rude amount of tears. Bro, I would be in tears too. I mean, shoot, no Ichiraku ramen at night? It's horrible. But let's continue on. At this, Naruto would then snap out of his shock of not getting Ichiraku ramen all day today. However, as he focused down, at this, Naruto still remembers the feeling of getting on that power, as he tries it once again, as he feels that power enter to his body, only for him to stop instantly, as the pain from being sore will begin to kick in, as he then turns it off. What the? At this, Naruto would then think for a while as to why this was not working, only to realize that his body seems to not be 100% ready from this power. At this, Naruto would then look at it, as this is actually when Naruto would actually look up to the sky to see a full moon and stars glowing through the skies. At this, Naruto would see it as he would actually finally begin to acknowledge his surroundings. It was peaceful, it was calming, it was relaxing, everything. At this is when Naruto would actually realize that all those thoughts about acknowledgement, about trying to be accepted, they were gone. At this, the only thing that was there was just only him, only Naruto Uzumaki, and nature itself. At this, Naruto would then gain a small smile, as this is when suddenly he would then put on a face of determination. At this, Naruto would then slowly but surely get up. Even though his body was sore, it was at least enough to take him back home. However, as Naruto looks up at the looming sky, he then makes a vow. He plans to get better. At this, Naruto begins to remember all the memories about him getting doubted, being known as the troublemaker and everything. But Naruto was going to prove it. He was going to make it to where people truly acknowledge him. He has to admit, today was nothing more than a setback, as Naruto realized that if he really wants his words to go throughout the village, if he wants them to accept it, then he needs to prove it. As Naruto had to admit, today, the only reason he beat Sasuke was by this dumb luck. If he had not tapped into his weird power that he had just gained mid-fight, he would surely have lost. As this, Naruto would then put on a look of determination. He plans to make it to where people would truly acknowledge this dream of his. He planned to show everyone that he had what it takes. If it means by studying, if it means by getting stronger, Naruto would do it. After all, he's Naruto Uzumaki, and he's going to become Hokage. So reigniting his dream, Naruto would then get up as he then walks home, as he had now had a goal in mind. He was going to make it to where people truly see that he was going to become Hokage. Even if they didn't acknowledge him now due to his, his acts and everything, he planned on making them acknowledge him. As we're now going to go ahead and now do a time skip. So ever since that day, Naruto began to grow in not only strength, but intelligence. Naruto first trained and honed his body, of course, as he trained his body to become strong enough to at least handle the power, which was actually very, very hard. But at the same time, Naruto was able to get the hang of it. At first, he had to admit, he was only able to use the power for a good amount of 1 minute. And before you're like, but Naruto has the Uzumaki stamina and everything and endurance, yeah, that still is not enough. This is a lot of power. Bro, this is Gogeta's. Come on now. As Naruto, and besides, this is still Kid Naruto. But moving on, Naruto will continue on with his training, as he would not only train his body but train his mind. As Naruto had actually tried studying, as this would actually cause him to backfire multiple times, mostly due to the fact that studying and Naruto did not really go well with each other. However, Naruto knew that he needed to gain more intelligence. So to do that, Naruto actually came up with an idea. Since Naruto is more about physical than mental, he would actually try incorporating the things that were in the book into real life scenarios. Although this was of course a little bit of a difficult task, this actually ended up making Naruto a much more, actually allowed him to learn the stuff that were in the book and actually make sense of it. As although Naruto may not be the best at learning things mentally, he's easily able to make up for it due to his physical ability to literally adapt to anything. So due to this, Naruto would actually be able to adapt to the studying session, making his mind stronger as well as his body. As over time in the academy, Naruto actually began to rise into the ranks. As he had at first became the dead last, he would slowly but surely begin to rise to, the middle of the class, until finally he was actually on the highest. Now I'm not gonna go ahead and say that Naruto is like automatically the smartest person in the class, yada yada yada, cause that's no, okay? But Naruto, I will say, is relatively intelligent. He might not be the smartest person, but he is highly intelligent. As for the strongest in physical capabilities, as well as strength, speed, and also fighting, Naruto had actually took it. As Naruto had actually learned a sort of taijutsu style which was unusual to the teachers, even to the Hokage himself. As for Naruto, even he didn't know where this style of taijutsu came from, it just came to him mentally. As these different form and techniques were to just formulate in his mind, and this would cause him to learn and develop it. Although normal times it was not exactly as effective, like whenever he was in his base form, whenever Naruto actually went full power, which was tapping into that weird power of his, he was able to handle up to Chunin level threats. As we're now moving towards the main timeline, we would see Naruto currently right now waiting, as it was finally time for the graduation. As unlike in canon, Naruto did not make a prank this time due to the fact that Naruto sort of dimmed out on his pranking ways. Although he still pranks people, he only pranks it to the people who actually deserve it. As well as Naruto is not exactly as attention craving as he used to be. By that I don't mean he doesn't scream every single second, I'm gonna be Hokage, I'm gonna be Hokage. Although Naruto is still relatively, still mostly the same as he was, as he's still friendly and kind to people, you could say that his personality had mellowed out a little bit. Although don't worry, he's still the same Naruto. Although this time I would say that he's less oblivious due to the fact that his intelligence went up. As right now we would see of course everyone was currently taking the test until finally Naruto's name would then be announced. As Naruto walks in there, of course, he would then be in front of both Mizuki and Iruka. As Iruka during the time of seeing Naruto's growth had actually once again been very proud of Naruto, seeing his student achieve over the years. So of course, seeing that Naruto was finally achieving things, Iruka can't help but be proud of him. As for Mizuki, that's another thing we're going to touch on later on. So of course, just like in canon, Naruto is forced to make a shadow clone, to which he would try his best to do it. However, just before he does so, Naruto actually decides to come up with something different. As he actually tries to incorporate the ki, which I'm just going to call it ki, as he actually decides to incorporate it into the chakra. As he begins to formulate the clone, he would actually make a perfect clone right then and there. However, unaware to both Mizuki and Iruka, and heck even Naruto himself, the clone was this time actually physical. Due to the fact that the ki sort of reinforced the chakra, it made it to where Naruto had actually learned a version of the shadow clones. Of course, at seeing the perfect clone, Iruka was of course smiling as he instantly jumps up out of his desk and instantly gives Naruto a headband, saying that he had passed. Seeing this, Naruto can't help but be happy, as Iruka would actually give Naruto, instead of giving him the blue headband, Naruto would gain the black headband. Oh yeah, I should also tell you how Naruto's appearance had changed. Naruto, instead of wearing the orange jumpsuit, Naruto will wear a black shirt with a red coat, with long black shinobi pants, as well as black shinobi sandals. Of course, seeing this, Naruto would of course thank Iruka for it, to which he would, instead of tying it on his forehead, he would tie it on the side of his left arm. Of course, seeing this, After that, Mizuki would of course be upset, as this would actually cause Mizuki to not be able to frame Naruto, or actually ask Naruto for the next graduation exam. But the things are still gonna play out similarly, just watch. After that, Naruto would of course exit out of the room, with of course some people commenting like, oh my god, the previous dead last, yada yada yada, you know, of course some biased stuff, but of course Naruto did not listen to any of the words. As we're now doing a time skip to move forward, Naruto would calmly, after all that, would actually walk into the forest, as Naruto was currently right now in one of his favorite spots. At this, Naruto would look around the scenery, as you could see a small pile of destroyed trees. However, at the center of it, you could see a ginormous stone in the center of it, as well as light just looming over it. Naruto, seeing it, would then walk over to it calmly, as he would then take a seat on the rock, as he would begin to meditate. This was Naruto's favorite place, the best place in the world where Naruto was to be able to clear his mind. Now, this place I would say is the place where Naruto actually had learned about his new powers, as this caused him to actually gain a special connection to this place, as this seemed like one of the only few places to where Naruto had no thoughts about really anything. It was a place where his mind could relax and just be, him. He can just be Naruto. However, as Naruto begins to relax and just feel around the nature around him, this is when suddenly Naruto would actually begin to overhear something. Not that far away, he would see Mizuki actually talking to a student, as Naruto was not able to pick up on some of it. However, he was able to hear up the gist of it, which Mizuki was telling the kid to get something and meet him back here in the forest, in Naruto's forest. Hearing this, Naruto narrowed his eyes, as there was one thing that Naruto never really liked about Mizuki. I mean, sure, he always were to put him up against Sasuke, and sure, he tried to make him look bad, but one of the worst things about Mizuki was the fact that the aura that he just resonated with. It was not an aura of a fellow new shinobi. I mean, heck, even the civilians have it, which even though the civilians are, of course, still shitty to Naruto, they at least have an aura that they fully believe in the hidden leaves, like something that a normal person should have, while Mizuki, his was darker. Like, his actually felt like he always had malicious intent, as this would actually make Naruto glare at Mizuki. Alright, we'll see about that. As Naruto would calmly but surely begin to move out of the way, we're now going to do a change of scene to where Naruto would actually arrive at the Hokage's base, as he would eventually barge into the room, once again ignoring it. Hey, GG, Naruto would say. Of course, seeing him, Hiruzen would ask Naruto like why was he here and everything, as Naruto would tell him to put a pause in it. Now this is where Naruto actually began to explain what he had overheard, as Naruto at least has enough common sense to be like, hey, if I hear something suspicious, I need to talk to the Hokage. And of course, hearing Mizuki talk to a student about stealing things, this would actually cause Hiruzen to wonder like what the heck was going on, as he would then tell Naruto that he was thankful for the information, as he orders an Anbu to keep an eye on Mizuki. To which after that, Naruto would just shrug it off, as this would honestly really help Naruto in the end. But moving on besides that, we're now going to move forward through time, as we end up seeing that right now Mizuki would of course try once again to do what he had accomplished, as he had ordered the student to steal the scroll, the scroll of sealing, as this was just a random ass kid that failed the graduation exam. However, the kid never got a chance, as of course Hiruzen was there waiting for him. After that, the kid eventually fessed up, saying that Mizuki had put him up to it, saying that he was going to pass if he did so, to which of course Hiruzen instantly sent a signal to the Anbu to take care of Mizuki. So this would actually remove already one of the main canon events, that being the graduation events. As we now do a time skip to the next day, we see Naruto now currently rocking the headband, to which he still puts on his arm, of course, because he's not going to wear it, okay? As Naruto was currently actually right outside the Hokage's base training. He was currently making up a new technique, which Naruto had actually visualized in his mind, which involved him adding this key energy into his fist, as well as concentrating it into an attack. At this, Naruto still didn't know the name for the attack, but he will be getting there soon. As after a while of training, Naruto actually was called on by the Hokage, to which he would still take the picture like he does, and pretty much this event is where Naruto would actually end up meeting Konohamaru, and Ibisu, of course. Not really much changes from the event, except Naruto is not really outgoing, like, screaming like I'm gonna be Hokage and everything, or like, like so on challenging Konohamaru. In fact, no, this Naruto is a little bit more chill. He's still energetic and happy and kind, but he's more chill. He's like, dude, if you want people to acknowledge you, then just do it. You can't get what you want by just attacking the old man. There's more to life than just trying to overthrow your old man to become Hokage so people can acknowledge you. It's like I always say, actions speak louder than words. And although your actions do speak loud about you, they're not speaking in the right way. For example, what do you want people to know you? Konohamaru, the person who keeps trying to attack the third Hokage? Or do you want people to acknowledge you as Konohamaru, the kid who does, well, what he wants to do? At this, Konohamaru at first was confused by Naruto's words, but eventually he decides to go along with this. Konohamaru actually decides to look up to Naruto. However, instead of calling him boss, Naruto will be called, of course, like his older brother. Personally, they really could have gave Naruto like that sibling relationship with Konohamaru, to where instead of him acting as if like the goofy older brother who really isn't exactly super cool and everything, they could have at least made him more mature for Konohamaru. But still, let me continue on. Eventually, Ibisu ends up showing up, to which he actually ends up, commenting about Naruto and everything. Naruto once again scoffs at him as he just begins to walk away, to which Ibisu, of course seeing the disrespect, would actually challenge Naruto for no reason. At this, Naruto would sigh as he then says, you know what, fine, if it means that you'll shut up, I'll do it. At this, Ibisu would smirk as he of course had gone into a whole inner monologue saying that he was a Jonin and that Naruto wasn't even anything above a Genin. Naruto honestly did not care, as he would then, as time would begin to slow around Naruto, as he's currently like in a deep concentration. Naruto will feel power roaming around him, as this is when he would then charge the attack through his fists. Alright, focus. As Ibisu was, finished going through his whole speech, he would look at Naruto expecting for a very slow attack or a pitiful attempt at taijutsu. Naruto would actually appear right in front of him with a dominating aura shaking down the ground, like literally around them. As this is when Naruto would then suddenly put his hand on Ibisu's chest. And 1, 2, 3, boom! Of course, hearing this, Ibisu would then see a ki blast would then begin to form on Naruto's hand, as it would then explode, sending Ibisu flying and crashing into a tree, getting knocked out unconscious. Naruto of course held back on the technique, as he didn't want to kill Ibisu, but it was enough to knock him out. At this, Konohamaru was surprised at this, as he would then he would show Naruto even more respect, to which Naruto would just sigh at his antics. Although he was happy, as Naruto had found another person that acknowledged him. However, unaware to Naruto, of course, the third Hokage, Hiruzen, had actually saw all of it. It was in shock by the boy's talents, as he actually wondered just what the heck type of technique did Naruto use. At this, already knowing what this was, Hiruzen had actually finalized his decision. He knew exactly what team he was going to put Naruto on. As you now move on, as we do so, Naruto would eventually arrive into class. Of course, students begin to pile in, but pretty much things will play out similar to how they do in canon, to which eventually Iruka would arrive, to which he would declare the teams. Which the final team being Team 7, which consisted of Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki. The reactions were instantless, with Sakura screaming about true love or whatever, Sasuke just of course snorting. However, if you look closely, you could see him sending a challenging glare at Naruto, with Naruto doing nothing more but sighing in disappointment at his team. As over time, of course, like I said, Naruto, he was improving over time. And I'm just gonna say this, Naruto's crush on Sakura had way left, okay? It's gone. He honestly does not care. So yeah, Naruto was honestly upset with the team-ups, as he at least wished that he was on a team with, I don't know, Shikamaru, Shino, heck, even Hinata, but nope, he got stuck with the biggest jerk and one of his biggest fangirls. As eventually after that, everyone in the room begins to leave, as their sensei had come to pick them up, leaving only Team 7, just like they do in canon, with Kakashi actually arriving. Of course, seeing this, Kakashi would tell them to meet up on the roof. After that, he would then just, Shinshuin away, leaving all of them behind. Seeing this, both Sasuke and Sakura rush off to the stairs, with Naruto calmly walking up. So, time skip, upstairs. We will see all of them eventually arrive, to which Kakashi would actually end up announcing them to introduce themselves. Sasuke and Sakura's introductions not really changed. Sakura, oh, I like a certain someone, yada yada yada, hate Naruto, yada yada yada, like a certain someone. Sasuke, he's still on that emo crap due to the fact that the Uchiha clan massacre, that still has not changed at all, so of course Sasuke would still have a vengeance for his brother. Naruto's introduction would actually not really change that much from canon, as his likes are still ramen. However, I will add that Naruto actually ends up saying that he ends up liking meditation and training. His dislikes are the same thing, how long it takes to cook ramen, judging people without getting to know him, and finally his dream was to become Hokage by earning the acknowledgement of all the people around him. Of course, hearing these words, Kakashi was actually surprised by the maturity of his dream, but still nodded nonetheless, telling them about the bell test and to not eat. To which, after they acknowledged the advice, Kakashi ended up leaving. And I would just say this, everyone else would then leave, each one of them gonna plan to do their own thing. Naruto in this timeline doesn't even try to ask out Sakura afterwards, as he, like I said, does not gain that feeling, as Naruto decides to just go for Ichiraku Ramen and continue on with his training. So we're now gonna do a time skip to the bell test, as currently right now, everyone was waiting for Kakashi with Naruto calmly meditating in the corner, Sasuke brooding on a tree, and Sakura simping over Sasuke. However, eventually, after 2 hours or so, Kakashi would arrive. Sakura would shout that he was late, with Kakashi making up an excuse saying that he was on the road of life or whatever. And finally, it was finally time for the bell test. After, of course, Kakashi ends up announcing everything, he will then tell them to begin, as Sasuke and Sakura will then dash off into the trees, with Naruto actually staying behind like he does in canon. At this, Kakashi would end up saying that Naruto was an odd one, to which Naruto would let out a chuckle saying, "Yeah, well, I'm like that every now and then, I guess." At this, Kakashi would actually have to admit, as he honestly did not expect Naruto to be this chill. As he actually, after reading Naruto's report 2 years ago, he expected Naruto to be hyperactive, clumsy, make dumb moves, although that's still undecided. And although Naruto is still quite playful, he's not exactly as he expected. As Naruto ended up stating that although he doesn't really know if he could even get the bell, he's at least gonna try. And besides, what better way to evaluate your strength than by facing off against a Jonin? Of course, hearing this, Kakashi would then, he had to nod. That is true. That is one way to evaluate your strength, although there could be others. At this, Naruto would then get into the stance. While Kakashi looks at it in an odd way, he would of course ask Naruto about the stance, which Naruto would then say, "I created it myself. Don't underestimate it, alright?" To which Kakashi just takes the advice and gets into his own battle stance. At this, no one moved for what seemed to be centuries. At this, that was until Naruto would then suddenly dash at Kakashi at full speed, to which Kakashi was actually surprised, as Naruto was currently in his base form, he's not really using that power or anything. Currently right now, I would say that his speed would have to be high getting to low tuning on base. Of course, seeing the speed, Kakashi was impressed, as he actually had to end up avoiding some of Naruto's hits, to which it weren't really that hard to do, but still, he was impressed. Not bad, Kakashi would make evaluations, as Naruto was of course going into a frontal assault. At least until suddenly Kakashi would then backhand Naruto in the face, causing said boy to actually be sent flying a couple of feet back, until he was able to backflip to recover. Wow, you're pretty tough. Guess it's time for me to go even further. At this, Naruto would then smile, as he would then apply a little bit of his energy as of his ki, as he would then suddenly begin to blitz around Kakashi, surprising the man as his speed actually went up. Now, instead of just being high getting, there was in fact low tuning, maybe even above low tuning, just slightly above low tuning. As he was currently right now speeding around Kakashi had to admit he was impressed, as he would see Naruto then suddenly jump out of it as he throws a punch to his face, with Kakashi dodging. Eventually, they begin to get into a taijutsu combat, with Kakashi only using one hand, still reading the book. However, if you look closely, you can see him sweating a little bit, as Kakashi had to admit Naruto was good. As they continue going at it back and forth, Naruto, although his personality had mellowed out, he was still technically a little bit slightly the same Naruto. So at this, he would then finally get tired of Kakashi just reading his book, so he actually came up with a plan. Mid-fight, as Naruto once again jumps towards Kakashi, as Kakashi makes a comment about Naruto, continue doing the same thing, but Naruto this time wouldn't listen to Kakashi. As Kakashi was prepared to block Naruto's assault, this when suddenly Naruto would then suddenly just vanish right before Kakashi's eyes, surprising him. Wait, what? At this when suddenly Naruto would then appear right in front of Kakashi, as he would just suddenly just literally jump over him. Whoa, what was the point of that? as both Sasuke and Sakura were stunned into silence by the boy, as they honestly were not expecting that from Naruto. As Sasuke actually thought, was Naruto like holding back on him or something? As during the spars between Naruto and Sasuke in the academy, Naruto, like I said, he had trained hard, so I would say he was able to keep up with Sasuke in his base form most of the time, and he was actually able to beat him all the time in his base form. He never really had to resort to using this power for Sasuke, but now for a Jonin, oh, he could let loose on it. At this, Kakashi would then look at Naruto as he says, "Good attempt and all, you actually surprised me, but what was the point of it?" As he then looks at Naruto, at this Naruto would then say, "Nah, you don't think, but I was actually after something better." At this, Kakashi's eyes will widen as he then looks down, looking for the bell, only to see that both of them were there. At this, he would then look back at Naruto and says, "Huh, nice scare tactic, but that doesn't work on me. Of course you didn't get a bell." At this, Naruto would then smirk, "Nah, but I got something that you would probably want even more." At this, Kakashi was confused until Naruto would then suddenly pull out Ichi Paradise. As Kakashi would see his heart, his soul, his sometimes lover, his close companion, right in the hands of this monster. Seeing this, Kakashi already knew what to do as he then suddenly walks over to Naruto as he then says, "Give it back to me now!" To which Naruto would then smirk, "Got you exactly where I want you, now!" At this is when suddenly 3 to 4 Naruto clones would then burst from the ground, as Kakashi was still mid-air through travel as he was reaching for the book. At this, Kakashi was surprised as well as everyone else, as they see 4 Naruto clones appear. However, that's not what Kakashi focused on. It was this weird yellow sphere forming at Naruto's hand at each Naruto clone. How did he? At this, Naruto would then say, "Boom." Of course, hearing this, Kakashi would actually then take a full-on ki blast by the 4 Naruto clones, causing a ginormous explosion to be heard. At this, let me just let you guys know, this is not the Shadow Clone Jutsu. It's literally the combination of the regular clone jutsu, a combination with ki, although it's still quite useful. As of course, due to this, Kakashi actually felt the explosion, as Naruto would then smirk, "Gotcha." Of course, seeing this, Kakashi would of course actually, jump out. As the smoke would clear, they would see the reveal of a log that was completely destroyed. Aw, dang it. At this, Kakashi would then reveal himself and then says, "Well, that was impressive." Naruto would look at Kakashi at first for a while until he suddenly burst out laughing, as Kakashi's face when he saw the explosion was just hilarious. At this, Kakashi would once again ask Naruto for the book, and this time he was not gonna go without it, as he actually began to release some of his Jonin killing intent, which actually terrified Naruto a little bit. As Naruto would feel the intent wash over him, Naruto would calmly but slowly take in breaths, as sooner or later after a while, he would then finally release a couple of breaths to the point where he relaxed his body. "Okay, I'll give you back the book. However, you're gonna have to give me a bell." At this, silence stood there for a while, until finally Kakashi was like, "Deal," as he gives a bell to Naruto while Naruto gives him back the Ichi Paradise. As of course, seeing this, Sasuke and Sakura can do nothing more but look at them until Sakura finally had enough, shouting, "What?" As we now do a time skip. After the whole event, eventually, I'm gonna say this, Sasuke still does like he does in canon, with Sakura actually being the one tied up to the log. At this, of course, Kakashi will make us, saying that Naruto was the only one to pass, and that he will actually, get to eat, as Sasuke supposedly failed as well. At this, Sasuke was of course raging, while Sakura was upset that she won't be able to continue on as a shinobi, or be with Sasuke. But this when suddenly Naruto wouldn't speak up, saying that, nah, it's okay, they can take my spot. As Naruto would throw the bell for them, only for both Sasuke and Sakura to catch it, and by that I mean that Naruto actually threw it at Sakura, to which Sasuke actually reached out, causing them to both end up holding the bell together. At this, Kakashi would look at Naruto surprised, as well as Sasuke and Sakura, as Naruto would say, I failed the graduation exam multiple times. What's another graduation exam gonna do? At this, Kakashi would look at Naruto surprised, as of course, seeing that Naruto had given the bell to them, this could technically be classified as teamwork, to Kakashi at least. As he then smiles, he then says that Team 7 shall be passed. Of course, hearing this, each one of them are happy and everything, as Kakashi would say that they will report for their first mission tomorrow. As this will be the end for this part. So what do you guys think? Hope you all did enjoy this what if. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, most of Gogeta's abilities for me are still unclear. I'm still trying to learn them all, but so far I think I did a pretty good job introducing the abilities for the first part. But hey, if you guys have any input like about his abilities or anything, type it down in the comments, as I do end up reading the comments whenever I just want to, like, you know, give some support to you guys or really anything. So yeah, just type it down in the comments. But besides all that, guys, I had a pretty long day. And I also plan to work out in the gym because, you know, just because I'm stuck inside the house don't mean I get no muscle. God, that sounded cringy. Whatever. But anyway, guys, hope y'all do enjoy yourself. Hope y'all have a beautiful day. And it's your host, the one and only Sage D Samurai. And I'm out. Peace.